Page 123, this is the harmonization at the bottom of the page. Now we're going to make up an accompaniment to this melody. They've given us the chord names above the chord staff. So let's see what we get. First I want to hear the melody. Now keep in mind this is in 12/8 time. It doesn't matter what the time signature is. It just means that there's the same as 12/8 notes in every measure. An eighth note gets a count, which means a dotted quarter note gets 3 counts. Okay, fine. So let's down here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, sounds like triplets, doesn't it? No, it's in 12/8 time. That's the melody. I need to be able to play this melody fairly comfortably because I got to concentrate on the chords so much. So next I'm going to see if I can understand what the chords should be somewhere. I don't know where to play them. They're suggesting down here. That's fine. So an A chord, an A, that's fine. And the next measure is an E7 with a G sharp on the bottom. Well, an E7 is here. The G sharp is here, so I guess instead it's this one. I probably don't need all the notes. Usually, leave out one of the 2 middle ones. I don't know which yet. Generally, if the melody is playing one of these notes, I'll leave it out. In this case, the melody is playing the B, so I'm going to leave that out, and I'm just going to do the D. And then that, a couple measures. And then back to the A. Then measure 5, we have a B minor chord, which is here, but they want the F sharp on the bottom, so it's here. And then we have an E7 chord, which is here. And they want the G sharp on the bottom, so I'm going to pick it up. Again, I can leave out one of the middle notes, depending on what the melody's doing. The melody's playing the B, so I'm going to leave it out. And then the A, that resolves to this. And then they have the F sharp 7, which is here. This is the 5/7 of the 2 chord, which resolves to the 2 chord, which is a B minor chord, right? But they want the F sharp on the bottom, so it's here. So I went from here to here. I've done this before. And then the E7 with a G sharp on the bottom, 5/7 chord, 1, or the A chord. So then I try and put them together, and I'm just going to play block chords here at the E7 G. Stay there. A. And B minor with 7 on it. Here, B minor's in. G, E7, B minor set with the F sharp on the bottom, here, and E7 with the G sharp on it, or 5/7. Then I can try their rhythm, which is just on the beat, because this is felt in 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, bleh. It resolves to the 2 chord, which is here. Which is a G7 chord. I think this sounds chunky. Apparently this is what they want, and it's a vivace. Well, good luck with that, because that's just fast. You pretty much got to memorize it to take it up to speed. However, instead of memorizing it, let's transpose it. Won't that be more fun? Transpose to G major. So we're going to go from A major, down one step to G major. Then we got one sharp in the key signature. So everything goes down one note in the music. So instead of an E, it's a D. Go up a sixth. That's a seventh, by the way, isn't it? Yeah. And then we go up. And then we're going to have the accidental in there. And then here. Down a third. So there at the end, the next last measure. These are a thirds down. Here, down a third, down a third. Here, I'm just going down a third at a time. So I get it, the melody transposed down one, and then we do the same with the chords. Well, if you want to put in the Roman numerals, if it would help, instead of an A, we're going to G chord. We're going to do a G chord. And instead of an E7 chord, we're going to go down one to a D7 chord. With the G sharp, F sharp on the bottom. So we go from here to here. It's a 5/7 chord. And then the second line, where all the fun starts, instead of a B minor, it's going to be an A minor with the C on the bottom. And then instead of an E7, it's going to be a D7 with the F sharp on the bottom, which resolves to the G. And then instead of an F sharp 7, it's going to be an E7. Down here. It's kind of muddy, but okay, whichever. And instead of a B minor, it's an A minor with the A on the bottom. And then 5/7, 1. That's how I see the chords. And then you go through and attempt to put them together. And I would have to write them out or something to help me out on this. And so you do it, I'm too lazy. If you have questions, ask your teacher, because I have no guarantee I'm even telling you correct. But I think that's right.